Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to read the poem The Schoolboy. This poem is written by William Blake. Now let's see. The schoolboy in the poem is not a happy child. So, what makes him unhappy? And why does he compare himself to a bird that lives in a cage? Or a plant that withers when it should bloom? He compares himself with a bird in a cage and a withering plant which should blossom, but it is withering. Wither means murjhana. So, in this poem, a schoolboy speaks. As I said, he is an unhappy child, and his childhood is crushed in the name of learning and teaching. So, let's see line by line. The first stanza. The child speaks. The child says, I love to rise in a summer morn when the birds sing on every tree. The distant huntsman winds his horn, and the skylark sings with me. Oh, what sweet company! So, the boy is saying, the school going child is saying, I love to rise. I love to wake up in a summer morning. I like to rise from my bed in a summer morning when the birds sing on every tree. I find the birds singing on every tree when I rise up in the morning. And the distant huntsman, distance means far away, hunters, winds his horn, blows his horn. Horn is a sound instrument. So, I hear the sound of a horn blown by a hunter, and the skylark sings with me. Skylark is a singing bird. So he says, I like to sing with the skylark. Oh, what sweet company! The morning seems to be full of sweet, pleasant company. Second stanza. But to go to school in a summer morn, oh, it drives all joy away. Under a cruel eye outworn, the little ones spend the day in sighing and dismay. Now he says, one thing is a great killjoy in a summer morning that kills all the joy, that drives all the joy away. What is that? To go to school in a summer morning. Going to school in summer morning kills my all joy, takes all my happiness. In the school, a tired and unfeeling teacher, he is saying, a cruel eye outworn. To whom he is saying? Cruel here, unfeeling. Outworn means tired, exhausted. Means somebody kept an eye on him. Who keeps an eye on you in a school? The teacher. So here he is talking about a teacher. Okay. So unfeeling, exhausted, tired. So in the school, a tired and unfeeling teacher teaches the young children, and the little ones spend the day in sighing and dismay. Sighing means mourning, taking deep breath because of some grief, varna, because of some problem, and dismay means disappointment. So the schoolboys spend their day in mourning and in disappointment because of the unfeeling teachers, those who teach in the school. Now, third stanza. Then at times I drooping sit and spend many an anxious hour, nor in my book can I take delight, nor sit in learning's bower, worn through with the dreary shower. So, what does mean? Then at times I drooping sit. At times means then at sometimes. sometime I sit drooping. Drooping means to hang down as very tired. Okay, so just down because of tiredness. That's how I sit sometimes, and spend my many anxious hours, anxious, worried. So the boy is sometimes sits exhausted in the class, tired in the class. He spends many hours which are full of worries, full of anxiousness in this manner, and he takes no delight, he takes no interest or joy in the books, and nor sit in learning. Bore, bore means arbor. He is tired and he is the dull shower. First, he cannot simply enjoy reading his books also, and nor sit in learnings. Bore worn through with the dreary shower. Shower means here the shouting of words in rapid succession. Dreary means very cheerless or boring. So shower means the here the shower of words, continuously word spoken by those teachers. That is the shower of words upon him, and which are dreary, which are very boring or dull. So he is tired, and the dull shower of words fails to teach him. He is not able to enjoy reading. Fourth stanza. How can the bird that is born for joy sit in a cage and sing? How can a child when fears annoy but droop his tender wing and forget his youthful spring? A bird is born to sing happily. However, it cannot do so when it is in a cage. How can the bird sing when it is inside a cage? The bird is born for freedom, for singing happily. So, inside a cage it cannot sing. In the same way, how can a child, when fears annoy but droop his tender wing and forget his youthful spring? In the same way, a fearful child cannot feel happy. When fears, he is annoyed, he is bothered, but droop his tender wing. Droop means again hang down, tender means soft, youthful, young. So, a caged bird droops its tender wings and forgets to fly. When a bird is inside a cage, it hanging down its wings forgets to fly. In the same manner, the schoolboy forgets to be happy. The fresh spring of joy dries up inside. The youthful spring, the fresh spring of joy dries up inside him. So here he is comparing himself to a bird inside a cage. Then he says, Oh father and mother, if birds are nipped and blossoms blown away, and if the tender plants are stripped of their joy in the springing day, by sorrow and care's dismay, how shall the summer arise in joy, or the summer fruits appear? So he says, Oh father and mother, means parents must realize that their children are like tender plants. Now here he is comparing himself with a soft tender plant. So the parents should understand that children are like the soft tender plants. And what will happen if early in the morning a plant's birds are plucked and the flowers blown away? If the birds are nipped, the birds mean shoots, kaliya. Nipped means plucked or broken. If those birds, tender birds of plants are plucked, what will happen to the plant? And what will happen when the flowers blown away? No doubt it will be depriving the plant of all its joys and the sprouting stage. When we nip the buds, that means we are taking away all the joy of the plant and taking away the joy of sprouting of a plant. In the same manner, the same thing happens with a schoolboy, when sorrows and when the cares, the problems dishearten him. Of their joy in the springing day by sorrow and cares, dismay, disappointment. So same thing happens with the children also, who are also like very soft tender plants. So that was okay, two more lines are left. How shall the summer arise in joy, or the summer fruits appear? So in that case, means when we talked when the plants are deprived of birds and flowers, when we pluck down the birds and the flowers, how shall we find the joy of summer when the fruits appear on them? So he compares himself ki now if there will be no summer flowers, there will be no fruits either. In the same manner, when the boy is not happy, he is deprived of all his joys, all the joys, happiness is taken away from him, how can he give the fruitful results? He will not be happy. In the same manner. Okay, so that was the poem The Schoolboy, and I am also sending you the answers, question answer to do. You have to do those question answers also. That's all for now. Thank you. Bye bye.